Big Mo, man, this book right here is the reason why we're going to go into a civil war, because this is going to put every region of this country at each other's throats, because barbecue is the big secret of America.
I tell you, man, it's I love barbecue, and you go coast to coast, and it changes from California to North Carolina to North Dakota to Texas. Everybody has their own spin on what they think.
Oh my God, the vinegar-based barbecue here in the South, man. I mean, there's just something about it that you crave, and you can't. Once you get it inside your mind, you've got to eat it because it's not going to disappear.
Yep. Oh, I love me some North Carolina barbecue. I love that vinegar-based. And that won't fly here in Iowa, but I tell you what, I love it.
To put a book like this together, I mean, that meant that you had to go do some homework. Was it delicious?
Yeah, I mean, you know, I've been all over this country cooking competitions. So I've been to like North Carolina and did cook-offs, you know, and I've been to, you know, all over. And that's how you learn. And you eat it, you go and eat at these restaurants, you know, that you're coming in town for to do a cook-off. And I get a little sample and it just adds to my mind. It just adds to my knowledge. And you know, I know how North Carolina barbecue should be. I know how Texas style barbecue should be. I know how Kansas City barbecue should be. You know, I know how Memphis barbecue should be because I've cooked it and I've eaten it. And so I have, you know, it just gives you knowledge, man.
How do you feel about the barbecue becoming a part of tacos? Because there's Velvet Taco here in the South it has barbecue tacos, and it's like, what? I want it on the bone.
That's all right. You know, I mean, it's a thing again. People will take the spin in order whatever they got to do in order to make that dollar,
mm-hmm.
and they're going to do it. They're going to do something different. It doesn't have to be so regimented that it's got to be this way. You know what I mean? I mean, I give you a perfect example, man. I mean, I did a cook-off years ago in Oregon, Northwest Oregon, and you know, I love when I cook brisket. I'm a very regimented for how I want my brisket to be. And this brisket, the guy ended up winning first place brisket because he put what was it? Put some kind of jelly on it. It was
yeah. Oh yeah.
No, it was no. Oh no. Oh, it was some kind of crazy sweet glaze he put on it, which I would never in a million years do that. Even to this day, I wouldn't do it. And it may have been good, but that's the difference. You wouldn't do that down in Texas because they'd just kill you.
Oh,
but you go out to Oregon, they're cool with it. You know what I mean?
Wow. My last rack of ribs, dude, I put the jelly on it because I wanted the crispiness on the outside.
There's nothing wrong with pork ribs. I'm talking about brisket.
Okay.
That's the thing what's the great thing about pork. You can put a lot of different flavors in pork, man. You can have a dry, spicy rib for a pork rib. You can have apple habanero glaze on it, fire, boom. When it comes to brisket, man, for me, oh no, you ain't putting no maple syrup on my brisket, man. That's not happening.
I made a horrible mistake on my last barbecue when it came to cooking the mac and cheese. I actually put sardines with the mac and cheese. I blew it. That sucked. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what? I would concur on that, man. And I love sardines, but that's how you learn, man. You know, like, okay, that's not I ain't doing that again. You know what I mean? I've done that coming up, making stuff and putting cardamom and rub and stuff and, you know, and trying out new stuff and you taste it and you're like, wow, this is foul. And you'll know immediately. It's like, nope, this is not good.
Yeah. Are you like me in that when it comes to picking out the right meat, you've got to have a buddy-buddy system with somebody at a farmer's market or a grocery store? I mean, I want to have a relationship with my butcher.
Yeah, that's good to do that. But then, you know, you got good box stores that, like, here, we're blessed to be able to, I mean, I get a lot of my meat at Sam's Club, Costco, you know, especially when I'm cooking for people. But we have good meat for what, I don't know, because it's Iowa, because it's the Midwest. Then you might go to another Sam's out east and you might not, it's not even available. I can get beef short ribs, beautiful beef short ribs all day long by the case in Des Moines. I can just go and get, I know, and give awesome, thick, decadent beef short ribs by the case. But if you go to some other places, like my buddy out in Philly, you can't find it.
There for a while, here in the South, we were able to get these things called riblets. It was like the ends of ribs. And my God, but we can't find them anymore.
Yeah. You just have to know, you know, and that's when you got to have a butcher to be able to cut what you want off for that. You know what I mean? But that means you got to take in a bunch of hogs and get that done. You know what I mean? A hog's only going to have so many, so much ribs. You know what I mean? So just kind of look around, like your restaurant supply place for food.
Yeah.
Like your Cisco's and everything like that. You could probably get it if they have it available. But unless your grocery store does it, knowing that you want it, even if you could go ask them, hey man, I need some riblets. When you're cutting off that spare, give me the little riblets, and then sometimes they can make that happen for you.
I love the idea that you've got homemade black-eyed peas inside this book, because I would love to try something like that. I'm so used to just hitting the can.
Oh my God! Oh no! No. I ain't never was raised on black-eyed peas out of a can. That's a no. You just take some black-eyed peas, soak them, and cook them, man, and you cook them in that recipe, and they're gonna be fire. Yeah. There's a difference. If you're out camping and you don't feel like doing it, fine, you can do that. I've done that on a couple of shows where they have time to do that, and I had to get them out of a can, and they were okay. But I'd rather cook my black-eyed peas from the dry bean to the finish.
Wow. Speaking of camping, why is it that I feel like I'm a better chef with my barbecue while I'm camping more than I am in my backyard?
Maybe because you're focused more. Okay. When I camp, I'm going to take my kids here within the month. I just picked them an RV. I'm going to take them camping, and and all my girls, I got 4 daughters, and they're all great cooks. The 2 oldest ones, and it's just something about I love camping. I love being outside around the fire pit, and you just want to make sure you execute.
Yeah.
I don't want to eat raggedy stuff. Life is too short for that. It is. I tell people all the time, man, life is too short to be eating BS. So, and there's a lot of people out there who put BS, and there's a lot of people out there who put really good food together. But when you're cooking it, just stay focused on what you're doing, and it just feels better. You know what I mean? There's nothing wrong cooking in my backyard, but then when you're out in the campground and you're cooking it up, and you're executing what you're doing in your backyard out on the campground, that's awesome.
That's so cool that you talk about eating good when you're out there camping and stuff, because even on the infield of the Charlotte Motor Speedway, we're out there eating salmon and tuna, and everybody else is doing the dogs and the chicken.
Yeah. I like eating good food.
Yeah.
If I was walking there and I got invited to come to area, guys making killer salmon and tuna, I'm there all day long. I can get a hot dog anywhere.
Yeah.
I can get a hot dog and hamburger anywhere. But you get some good salmon somewhere and someone's doing some nice tuna, man, I'm there all day.
What's your secret when it comes time to clean up? Because that seems to be the big chore.
Yeah. That's the downside of barbecuing is you got to clean up that mess. You got to clean your grills out. Oh, yeah. You got to clean your grills out. Like I got a big old M&M 1000 that does 1,000 pounds. You actually have to climb inside.
Oh, my God.
To clean it out. It's got a big 8-inch ball valve that you open up and you power wash all that. But then to get like the hardened crust, you got to get in there. I got a big old scraper and you got to get in there and scrape.
That's it.
A clean pit is a healthy pit, man.
That's it. Where can we go to find out more information about you? And knowing you've probably got merchandise that we can add to our life.
Yeah, if you go to MoeCasonBBQ.com, I'll have some swag, some shirts, some hats, the books there, rub, sauce, and then I got my social, which is like Instagram and Facebook. Yep.
I love it. Big Mo, you got to come back to this show anytime, or if you come to the Carolinas, we got to get together and have some barbecue.
Yeah, there you go, bro.
All right, man. You be brilliant today, okay?
All right, you too, man.